Guns in America.
Yeah, some heated moments last night in that debate. The 12 candidates. There was talk about gun control. And as you know, former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke, he stuck with his pledge to call for a recall of all AR15s and AK47s.
Didn't do a good job, though.
Actually wants to, wants you to face a mandatory buyback or face legal measures. Not sure how you could buy it back if it was never yours, but he says you'll turn it in. You will turn those guns in or else.
If someone does not turn in an AR-15 or an AK-47, one of these weapons of war, or brings it out in public and brandishes it in an attempt to intimidate, as we saw when we were at Kent State recently, then that weapon will be taken from them. If they persist, there will be other consequences from law enforcement. But the expectation is that Americans will follow the law. I believe in this country.
There you go. He says Americans will follow the law.
And when Anderson Cooper, and I have to give him credit because he really was pretty confrontive with Beto on this, is saying, how are you going to do this when you don't even know where they are or who these people are?
You don't know how many have it or how many anybody has or where they live or anything like that.
And the best Beto could come up with was, I believe in the American people. And that was it. So,
well, I mean, if you think about it, especially here in Texas, there are a lot of people that are saying, come and take it. Maybe he's getting the wrong message. When we say come and take it,
that's not what we mean.
We don't mean come and get it.
We're not saying come see us.
We mean come and take it.
Yeah, we're saying I dare you.
Yeah, Pete Buttigieg, Mr. Beta, he had a lot to say about this issue last night.
Listening to my fellow Americans, to those moms who demand action, to those students who march for our lives, who in fact came up with this extraordinary, bold peace plan that calls for mandatory buybacks, let's follow their inspiration and lead and not be limited by the polls and the consultants and the focus groups. Let's do what's right while we have time to do what's right.
Mayor Buttigieg?
The problem isn't the polls. The problem is the policy. And I don't need lessons from you on courage, political.
Yeah, don't need lessons from you on courage and that sort of thing. Pretty interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Jump in here
enlightening.
At 512-836-0590.
Bad night for Beto last night. Really, really bad. I think
He's been done for a year.
I think last night was kind of a nail in the coffin for him. He was.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
You think, okay, there was 12 last night. You think this week or in the coming days there will be a few that back out of the race?
I think
already.
I think Beto should be one of the first to do it, and he's not, because he's somewhere in there. He still believes he can be the next president. He is so far from that. He's not part of the conversation. The only reason he is this morning because of his terrible sales job on the buyback program. It was a terrible sales job.
Well, he is the number one salesman of the month for every gun shop in America.
Well, that he is. The sales job was not what he wanted.
He needs an award. No, but you're right. He only gets any kind of a PR or publicity when he starts talking about taking people's guns.
That's it. Otherwise, we're not thinking about him.
The Todd and Don Show.